Hello, 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 everyone. Okay. Hello, Miss K. How are you? All right. Hello, Miss Sanchez. I am running a bit behind schedule. I have just been a little off track this past week. But I'm excited to be here. Hello, 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 family. Just trying to get myself prepared, but we are here and we are on time. All right. Yesterday I had to get a new phone, so I'm still trying to figure it all out. Hopefully you guys can't see the pop-ups because I'm not really sure how to turn that off as of yet. But anywho, let's get started. I'm glad that you're here. Okay, so today we are continuing with our Empath mechanics course. Today we'll be doing module 2, which is the Empath energy controls, okay? This particular module is going to be done in 2 parts, okay? The first part will be today, and then the second part will be, you know, I haven't really decided if I just want to do something like during the middle of the week with this because it's on the auras or auras or if I want to just wait till next week, but I'll let you guys know. Anywho, today we will be focusing on releasing energy, a chakras or overview, and then how to control your chakras and how to ground yourself. Okay. Let me think if there's any announcements. Oh, I wanted to let you guys know that this book, the Chakra Bible, is really, really awesome. If you're interested, I'll put a link on it to where I got mine from, and this will help you with kind of understanding more in depth about the chakras and the energies and things of that nature. There's also information about the crystals that will assist you with building your chakra energy and how to balance that energy as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. Whose energy is it? And identify and release what isn't yours and how to feel safe and secure. All right, so I have this huge binder that I've put together for everything that I want to just show you guys. So this is the binder. It's like 3 inches full of material. All right. Fortunately, today we're just going through a very, very small fraction of it. So let's get started, okay? So while empathy has a powerful and important uses, especially when it comes to supporting your friends and doing healing work, and just generally working and relating with other people, you have to remember that there's no good reason to hold on to other people's emotions. It doesn't benefit them and it doesn't benefit you. And I know I've said this before in a previous video, but overall, holding on to those emotions can drain you, and it will cause emotional chaos and tension and stress. All right. It can also lead to emotional burnout and breakdown. So do not associate holding on to people's emotions with caring about them or wanting to help them. You can be sympathetic and not empathetic. There is a difference between the two, and I'm sure that you all understand what I'm saying by that, okay? So how to tell if an emotion belongs to you? There's 2 methods that we're going to talk about today. All right, the logic method. That's where you're asking yourself, when did you start feeling this way? What happened around that time? Does the event or situation make logical sense for why you would be feeling this way? And were you around anyone who may have been feeling that way? Okay. The second method is the energetic method, where you breathe into your heart chakra and in the center of your chest. If this energy intensifies, or excuse me, if this process intensifies the feeling, it is likely yours. If the feeling lessens, then it's likely someone else's, and it's very easy to release that energy. Okay. So moving forward, how to release other people's emotions. Okay. First of all, you tell that emotion to leave. If you identify that you've absorbed someone else's emotion, asking it to leave could do the trick. Okay. And so with intention and conviction attached to my energy field that does not belong to me, leave now. Okay, let me repeat that. I ask that all emotional energy attached to my energy field that does not belong to me, leave now. All right. I'll give more information in regards to grounding your energy, but with grounding your energy, this sometimes will have the effect of automatically releasing energy that does not belong to you. If it doesn't, then you simply breathe into the emotion and send it down your grounding cord with an out breath. Okay, again, we'll talk more about that when we get into the chakras. Another way of clearing your energy is provided by the anchorandhealing.com. This is actually one of my favorite websites that I go to for things regarding the healing arts. Again, it's called anchorandhealing.com. I'll have the link for this website posted to this video once we're done. Okay, so the first option that they offer in regards to the 14 ways to clear your energy is to take a shower. Why? Because the power of water is absolutely amazing, and it clears and releases energies. Okay. The second option is to take a bath in Epsom salt. You can also do like Himalayan salt as well. You can add essential oils such as lavender, neroli, clary sage, and clearing oils like juniper, rosemary, and pine. Okay. Again, you also want to include intentions for having a intensive clearing while you're in the shower. I also like to hang eucalyptus in my shower, like over the shower rod or on the actual shower nozzle. Okay. Number 3, make sounds, such as letting out sighs, noisy yawns, sobs, shouts, screams, groans, moans, and whines. This is a way to release energy from your body. Okay. Like, don't do it all loud and while you're walking down the street or in your office or anything like that. But definitely take the time when you get home or even in your car before you leave work to release that energy. Or even if you have to take a break while you're at work, if you have that ability, then just go ahead and go into your car and release the energy by screaming or whatever you need to do, okay? Shake your body. Well, it says, while shaking it off shouldn't be considered the only possible response to intense emotions, it is good advice for clearing energy. So, I mean, you could shake it off and sing that song, whatever, shake it off, you know, that's out. So you can do that as well. I've never personally tried that, but it wouldn't hurt to attempt it to see if it even works. Again, okay, so number 5 is stretch. We store energetic and emotional tension in our bodies. All right. So a great way to release the energy is to stretch. It's also important to stretch when you get out of the bed in the morning, but that's a whole nother video. So doing a weekly yoga class to stretch your body is a great way to release energy that could be stuck in your chakras. Okay. Number 6, dance. Like, that's very simple. Just dance, let the energy out, move. Number 7, go for a walk to clear your head. That's also good. You can also do do some grounding techniques that we'll talk about a little bit later while you're on that walk. Number 8 is journaling. This is good for accessing the energy or the thoughts behind the energy, and clearing that energy from people. Basically writing down like what you're feeling, what you're thinking, things like that. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you caught me live too. Thank you, Miss Blessing. I appreciate that. All right, number 9, get away from the buzz of humanity. All right. So it says if you can keep walking and end up in the woods, a cemetery, or somewhere else isolated, that's even better. Sometimes simply being away from the energies of everyone around us, and see what doesn't belong to us and let go of it. Okay. So one thing with that, with them saying get away from the buzz of humanity, and I'm glad they brought that up, is going into a cemetery. Now, if you go into a cemetery, you need to prepare yourself to block the energies that may be there in the cemetery. I'm sure you guys all understand what I'm speaking of. If you are empathic or have a strong empath, or you have any type of psychic abilities and you're able to communicate with the dead, that might not be the best place to go when you are trying to release energy, because now you're releasing energy, but now there's like 5,700 spirits trying to talk to you at the same time. That's not very beneficial. However, if you do not have the gift of speaking with the dead in any way, then go ahead. That might work for you. Okay. Number 10, do a visualization. Doing visualizations and affirmations is a simple way for clearing energy. All right. It says that you may imagine energy like rain clouds seeping out of your body and through your feet. Breathe in a bright white or golden yellow sun energy throughout your entire body and energy field. Hold your intention on this clearing light for 17 breaths. Okay. Number 11, listen to an energy clearing guided meditation. You can find those anywhere on YouTube. Okay. All you have to do is type in cleanse and rejuvenate sound healing. Okay. Number 12, ask your spirit guides to help you clear your energy. Simple enough. Okay. Give yourself Reiki. And if you don't know how to give yourself Reiki, then you can go to a healing practitioner. I don't know if there's anyone in this group who practice those things, but if you do, please drop your information in the comments. I would love to talk to you more about that, and maybe we can do a live video together, and you can kind of discuss what Reiki is and what you do in your practice. Okay. And even if you're a Reiki healer, you can share with us in the video, if you're interested, what you do to release or to block the energy from the people that you're working with. That would be awesome. I would love to hear from anyone who does Reiki. Okay. Number 14, sign up. Wait, did I already say that? Yeah, so number 13 and number 14 I've kind of combined together. Number 14 was sign up for a professional Reiki or energy healing session. Okay. All right. So moving forward, that was, we just finished talking about releasing other people's emotions. Moving forward, okay, I've stated that when a certain emotion sticks around and keeps returning, you'll want to give it special attention, okay? It's either something that belongs to someone else that needs to be consciously released, or it's something that belongs to you and you need to process it and make room for, okay? If you try the tools that I've offered earlier and you're still struggling, again, go to a energy healer. Okay, now we're going to start with the chakras. I really hope that you guys have excuse me, I haven't eaten breakfast this morning, so I'm eating some grits right now. I'm sorry. Okay, so chakras, an overview. All right, we are going to be talking about the 7 chakras. Okay, this discussion is for beginners. All right, it's going to just be an overview. So it's not going to be like full detail, but it's going to be enough detail to where you have the information that you need to practice and understand. And again, I do suggest that you get some type of book, or even find a website if you don't want a book about chakras and things of that nature. The information that I'm giving to you is from an educational group called Mind Valley that I've been a member of since about 2015. And this is just like the basics of the 7 chakras. All right. So let's begin. So the universe, the entire universe is made up of energy, and your body is no exception. All right. Energy flows in, energy flows out. All living things in life have energy. Okay. The energy is called the centers that move inside of us, and there's 7, which are the 7 chakras. Okay. Chakra is a Sanskrit word that translates to wheel. Okay, because the life force or the prana moves inside of our body. It's spinning, it's moving, and it's centered around, the energy is centered around the 7 centers of your body. All right. So starting at the base of your spine, which is like your tailbone, moving all the way up to the top of your head, even above your head. Some people say it's above your head. Okay. So by learning about the 7 chakras, you become more in tune with the natural energy cycles of your body. All right. The 7 chakras provide exactly the right amount of energy to every part of your body, mind, and spirit. However, if one of your chakras is too open and spinning too quickly, or if it is closed and moving too slowly, you can suffer with certain health issues. Okay. So the 7 chakras are the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. All right. So we're going to discuss the location of each chakra, the purpose of each chakra. We're going to talk about the symptoms if you're experiencing a balance or even an imbalanced chakra. Okay. And then we'll end with how to heal the chakra, empower and tame. So #grounding. Okay. So let's begin. The first chakra is the root chakra. All right. Let me fix my notes here. Right, so the first chakra, root chakra, the Muladhara, comes from the words mula, which means root, and dara, which means support. All right, so this chakra's role is to connect all energy with the earth. All right, so grounding. Okay, the root chakra is basically for our day-to-day survival here on earth. The energy's role is to give you everything that you need to survive. Does that make sense? Okay. So it typically translates to financial and emotional security. All right. The color of this chakra is red. It is located at the very base of the spine, near your tailbone, and it goes up to just below the belly button. All right. When it's balanced, it feels like a sense of accomplishment and peace when you think about things like money, safety, and shelter. All right. An overactive chakra can cause problems like anxiety and jitterness, and this will happen because of fear. It's based out of your need to survive. Okay, and that is fear's role is essentially to keep us alive. All right. So how do we balance our first chakra? focus on a connection with the spirit. Take time each day to nurture your soul by praying, meditating, or connecting to your spirit guides. You can also want to volunteer or do acts of kindness and compassion. This can guide the overactive energy away from the root chakra and into other energy centers in your body. All right. When the first chakra, the root chakra, is overactive, you may experience frequent daydreaming, trouble concentrating, or simply feeling like your head's in the clouds. People may say that you appear to be airheaded or spacey. Okay. To energize your first chakra, you need to reconnect with the earth by being out in nature, gardening, swimming, bike riding, playing outside, whatever the case may be. That's how you're going to energize your root chakra. Okay. Excuse me. The second chakra is the sacral chakra, which is called the Svadhisthana. Okay, so I'll spell that for you because I'm sure I pronounced it absolutely incorrect. I always do. It is spelled Svadhishana. If you can hear the little voice in the background, that's my son. He's playing Fortnite. Okay, I apologize for that. So the second chakra is the sacral chakra, which and Svadhisthana translates to the place of the self. This chakra is all about your identity as a human and what you do with it. Okay, this chakra brings creative energy to enjoy life. All right. Your sacral chakra is the home of the creative life force, and it helps you enjoy with life here on earth. It's the energy that motivates you to enjoy the fruits of your labor, including indulging in pleasurable activities. Okay, the color of this chakra is orange. It's located right below the belly button and extends to its center. If any of you have questions about anything, please feel free to ask, okay? I will answer them once I'm done, but please just make sure that you get your questions out there. Since the live feed is on a delay, I don't want to have to wait too long to read what you guys are asking, okay? When your second chakra is balanced, you will relish in the pleasurable things life has to offer without overdoing them. Okay, like good food, creative activities. Will be inspiring and enjoyable, and you will get a sense of wellness and abundance from them. Okay. This sacral chakra is often overactive when we face things like addiction and gluttony. Pleasure is a good thing, and you should never feel guilty of enjoying any of these good things, but you have to be aware of when you're overdoing it. All right. However, if you find yourself enjoying things that are not nourishing to your soul or healthy for you, that means that your sacral chakra is likely unbalanced. Symptoms of an unbalanced sacral chakra are addiction, obesity, hormone imbalances, and restlessness. Okay, hold on for one moment. I'm sorry. Turn that off or be quiet. Do you understand me? Stop screaming. I understand that. Turn it off if you can't deal with it right now. I'm doing my video. Do you understand? Okay, I'm sorry about that. Where was I? All right, so symptoms include addiction, obesity, hormone imbalances, and restlessness. Okay, so how do we balance the second chakra? You have to draw the energy away from pleasure and into your heart. Okay, so what that means is you can ask the simple question before any action, and that question could look something like, is what I am about to do good for me? Is it healthy and nourishing? And what are the benefits of the actions I'm about to take? All right, let me read that question again. It is what I'm about to do for me, is it healthy and nourishing? And what are the benefits of the actions I'm about to take? And I will definitely say that questioning yourself like this can be beneficial. I went back and forth with myself for about 6 months. I did smoke cigarettes, and I knew that it was bad for me, but I was totally addicted to them. And I just had to keep asking myself, why am I doing this? Like, what am I getting from it? You know, I'm leading myself to basically die to death, you know, like, and I'm doing it on my own, you know. I I really struggled with quitting. So again, I would always ask, you know, how is this benefiting me? You know, how am I, how is it allowing me to be productive? You know what I mean? So, yeah, so definitely asking yourself to take yourself away from addictive things is possible. You just have to be strong in your conviction to stop whatever it is that you're doing, okay? So again, taking time to assess whether your actions are healthy is a great way to draw energy away from the chakra, and that's exactly what I just said. I'm going off of the notes that I wrote, so I apologize, but I do find that it's important for me to provide additional insight, and really the only way that I can do that is sharing a little bit about myself and being as transparent as I feel comfortable with doing, okay? So if the chakra is underactive, it means that you're spending a lot of time focusing on very practical things without enjoying the fruits of your labor. So you're thinking about, oh, I have to go to work because I need to make money, because I need to pay my bills, I need to take care of my kids. But you're doing all this, but you're not, you know, using the money that you're making to enjoy your life. You know, you're not going on vacation, you're not going on little trips, you're not going to the movies, you're not doing things to actually take care of your own needs and your own desires, right? You're not entertaining yourself. You literally just working yourself for the fact to work, you know, for the purpose to work. All right. So when the sacral chakra is underactive, some symptoms can include depression, impotence, decreased sex drive, and a lack of passion and creativity. Okay. A way that you can energize your second chakra is to basically have fun. Enjoy your life. Do what you want to do, as long as it is going to be of nourishment to your mind, body, and soul. But enjoy your life. Don't just live for the ability to pay your bills, okay? And again, I'm not saying don't pay your bills, okay? But enjoy your life, you know, have fun, laugh, sing, dance, you know, go when it's raining outside, go dance out there in your backyard naked. I don't know, but enjoy your life, okay? There's more to it than just working and paying your bills. All right. The third chakra is the solar plexus, which is called the Manipura. It's also referred to as the warrior chakra. Manipura translates to lustrous gem. This chakra is where your self-confidence, identity, and personal power are born. So it's basically where if you've been in a situation and you felt like it wasn't right for you, such as like a job or a relationship, and you have like this gut feeling, so that is basically where your intuition lives. It is the color yellow. It's located in the center of your belly button and extends to your breastbone or your sternum. And that is where your two ribs connect. So it's right here in the middle of your chest, okay? When your third chakra is balanced, you will feel a sense of wisdom, decisiveness, and personal power. It's called the warrior chakra because you have the feeling that because it has the feeling you get from that's comparable to a wise warrior going into battle. When the chakra is too energized, you may feel angry. You may feel the need to micromanage or to control everything. You are greedy and you lack compassion for or empathy for others. Okay. You may suffer from digestive issues or imbalances within your internal organs, such as your appendix, pancreas, liver, and kidneys. Okay, the balance of the third chakra, you want to practice opening up your heart with love and compassion. Meditate on sending love and kindness from your heart to those around you, and refocus the power you have and see yourself as a beacon of love. When the chakra is underactive, it feels like maybe your personal power has been taken away from someone else. You may feel like have a lack of energy. You may feel indecisive. You may feel insecure, timid, or needy. Okay, and a way to energize the solar plexus is to think of the things that you know that you're good at, and because everyone has talents and abilities. So when my solar when my solar plexus is balanced, the things that I know that I'm good at are things such like as I'm really good at doing research. I'm really good at motivating people. I'm really good at listening. I'm really good at understanding what someone is trying to say, even if they're having difficulties expressing themselves. Okay. You can do this by making lists and feel how the confidence in those talents makes your stomach tingle or vibrate. Empower that feeling by creating your own personal affirmations. The fourth chakra is the heart chakra, which is also called the Anahata, Anahata. And the Anahata, which translates to unhurt, is where your love, compassion, and kindness are empowered. This chakra is very easy. It's not difficult to understand. It's associated with the heart and with love. And so it includes the love for others and the love for yourself. Okay, it's also for health and for healing. Okay, the color of the heart chakra is green. The heart chakra is located in the center, right over your heart, and it radiates down to your breastbone and up to your throat. So essentially, it's in your chest. Okay. Say it with your chest. Squirrel. If you guys haven't noticed, I'll like insert different songs or movies, things that I've seen in movies into what I say. It's just something that I do. It won't stop. Okay. When your fourth chakra is balanced, you're able to equally feel love for yourself and others. Even when tough things happen, you can still see the compassion and kindness in others. When this chakra is overactive, we tend to lose our personal boundaries and we start to make unhealthy choices, all in the name of love. And I'm sure that everyone has been there at some point in their adult life, or even their teenage life, or your early adult years, when you're doing things and you know that it doesn't make sense. Like, why are you doing this? And you still are doing them. So been there, done that, right? The heart chakra is overactive when you may find yourself putting the needs of others before your own. The symptoms include fast heart rate, palpitations, heartburn, and interpersonal relationship issues. To balance these To balance your chakra, you have to, it means that taking that love you've given to others and focusing them on yourself. Let me say that again. To balance your heart chakra, you need to take the energy that you're giving to other people and give it back to yourself. You have to be just as nurturing to yourself as you are to other people. Okay? It's your body, it's your mind. You are with yourself 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether if you're awake or if you're asleep. So you have to take care of yourself and make sure that you're giving yourself your own love and your own compassion. Things that you can do to have your self-care ritual or going on is taking a relaxing bath, treat yourself to a massage, meditate on sending compassion to yourself. Okay, you also can practice forgiving yourself, right? So if someone does something to you and it hurts you, instead of ruminating in that thought or the feeling of how they treated you and how you feel about that, you know, you have to at some point forgive yourself and move on. So forgive yourself for allowing that person the opportunity to harm you. Or even if you've done something that hurt someone else, you know, apologize to them, of course, but also apologize to yourself for doing what you did. You know what I mean? You want to always try to forgive yourself. You don't hold on to that guilt. That guilt energy will also block your heart chakra. So your goal is to always keep your chakras balanced. So holding on to things that could deter you from being balanced is never a good thing. Okay? So many people have an underactive fourth chakra. Life can send us a lot of heartbreak as a way to teach us lessons about ourselves and the world around us. But it can be hard to take those lessons personally. When your heart chakra is underactive, you may feel that it's hard to get really close to anyone. It's like building a wall around your heart and not letting anyone in. I know that when I build walls, it's more of not just a wall. It's like I literally throw the heart chakra away and throw it in the garbage and I'll be back for you later type of situation. So, you know, I know that hurt is very, very painful, but again, like I've said before, you can't ruminate in it. You have to allow it to flow and let it go. Okay. So physically, if your heart chakra is underactive, you will feel out of touch with your body and suffer from circulation problems. The energizing your heart chakra may take a lot of work. Many of us have worked hard to build up our walls and defenses, and it isn't always easy to knock them down. So the first way to begin to knock those walls down is, like I've mentioned before, is to love yourself, treat yourself with compassion, and be aware of your own needs, okay? Show appreciation for yourself and give yourself the love that you want others to give to you. Then spread that compassion to those around you. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra. This is the Vishuddha. I'll spell that Vishuddha. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra. Oh, I have issues with my throat chakra. Sorry, I was looking at my screen. It was telling me that there was something wrong with the connection, but it seems like everything is fine. If you guys are noticing any issues with the connection, please let me know so that I can figure out what I need to do to fix that, because I don't want to lose any of you, all right? And I don't want to be recording and or at least I'm thinking that I'm recording and it's really not, all right? So please let me know. Okay, the throat chakra, Vishuddha, translates to very pure, all right? This chakra gives a voice to your personal truths. How do I want to say this? Okay, so on a physical level, right, your voice comes from your throat, All right. On an energetic level, your voice comes from your throat chakra. Okay. So your chakra gives your throat the energy to speak, to make sounds. All right. This chakra allows you to speak your truth with clarity. Okay. The throat chakra is connected to the compassion and love you have for yourself and others. So let's kind of, if you can notice that your throat chakra and your heart chakra are connected. Okay. You feel love, you speak love. The heart chakra, the throat chakra is blue. It's located in the center, right between your collarbone, and it radiates down to the center of your heart and up to the center of your eyes. That's interesting because, all right, so your throat chakra is down to your heart, right? And it goes up to your eyes. So your heart, you feel love. Your mouth, you speak love. Your eyes, you see love. That was pretty cool. I just came up with that. Pat myself on the back. All right. When balanced, it feels like you can speak clearly. Speak clearly with love and kindness and truth. You will know exactly which words are appropriate for each situation. You'll speak with the balanced throat chakra, will enlighten and inspire those around you. When the fifth chakra becomes overactive, when you spend a lot of time trying to make your voice heard. So if you feel like you're being ignored or invalidated when you express yourself, you may have tried to overcome this by giving yourself a louder voice. So basically, when you feel like you're not being heard, you will get louder. So if you ever think back at a time that you may have gotten in an argument with someone and you just keep getting louder and louder and louder because they're not only hearing you, but they're not understanding you. They're not being empathetic or sympathetic to how you are perceiving the situation. All right. So those with overactive throat chakras will often interrupt others. Hey Jacob, good to see you. Those with overactive throat chakras will often interrupt others, often be told they have a loud voice, or love to hear themselves talk. Physically, you may suffer from throat pain, frequent infections, cavities, or mouth ulcers. Wow, okay. I have that. Sometimes when my throat chakra is overactive, it will hurt. Like I'll be talking and it'll just start hurting. I don't have laryngitis. I'm not sick. There's nothing going on. It's just overactive. Sometimes I find that happening when I'm speaking with my son and he's not listening, and I'm trying to give him sound advice or instruction and he's just not listening. He's in his own head, which is fine because he is his own individual. But sometimes I find that when I'm talking to him, and I could just be like very monotone. I think I'm monotone right now, so I'll say like how I am now, and my throat will just start hurting because he's not able to focus on what's going on. So I've had to learn other ways of communicating with him so that he not only hears me, but he's listening. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, I have problems with my throat chakra. I've said this before. So balancing your fifth chakra is as easy as thinking before you speak. Before you say anything, you can always ask yourself, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? This is actually something that I have on a piece of paper hanging over my desk because sometimes I'm just not in the mood and I want to react to people in a way that is less than nice. So it's just a little reminder. Again, it is the things you can ask yourself are, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? When this chakra is underactive, sometimes we have been ignored and invalidated so much that we react in an opposite way. We shut down our voices and never speak our truth. Underactive throat chakra, you have likely been called shy or quiet. You may find yourself unable to express your emotions or struggling for words when you try to speak your truth. I tend to become tongue-tied, and it literally feels like I'm tripping over my tongue. Like I can't get it out. It's like, ah, right? So physical symptoms often include digestive issues because energy diverted from the throat chakra often ends up being swallowed or sent down to the third chakra. How to energize your fifth chakra. Speak your truth. Even if no one is around to hear you, you say what you need to say, right? You validate yourself. Validate with the words that you are speaking, not just thinking. Like, say what you need to say. I don't know if any of you know your Myers-Briggs personality, but mine is INFJ. And one of the things with INFJ is that we'll always be having a conversation with someone or get into an argument, and then after it's all done and we're thinking in our heads, oh, I should have said this. So it's very common to think that we should not only speak when someone else is around to hear, but if you're trying to energize your third chakra, it doesn't matter if it's received by another person, just as long as you've heard it. So it's kind of like that song where they're like, I talk to myself because there is no one to talk to. People ask me why I do what I do. It's like that. I sing that song in my head sometimes because I talk to myself all the time because I have issues with my throat chakra. Okay. All right, so the sixth chakra, we're coming to an end. All right. The sixth chakra is the third eye, the ajna. I really love that word, ajna, which translates to beyond wisdom. This chakra opens up your mind to information beyond the material world and the five senses. Extrasensory perception, intuition, or psychic energy all comes from the third eye. There is actually a small pine cone type organ in your brain. It's called your pineal gland. That's spelled Pineal gland. It is responsible for helping you feel awake in the daytime and sleepy at night. Okay. So it's responsible for your circadian rhythms. The pineal gland, the third eye, receives information from sources outside of the five senses. Its color is indigo. It's located between your eyebrows and it radiates down to your mouth and up to the top of your head. A balanced third eye is really what happens when you're trying to achieve when you are trying to achieve when you start on your path of spiritual development. Okay, let me repeat that because I think I came out tongue-tied. A balanced third eye chakra feels like it doesn't make sense. I'm trying to say it in a way that makes sense. Okay, let me say it like this. Your third eye chakra opens up when you are on your path of spiritual development. That's a lot better. Okay, see, I got tongue-tied. Sorry, my laptop closed. I got tongue-tied. I had to figure myself out. Okay. Hey, Miss Paula, happy Sunday to you as well. Okay, let's go back up to where I was at. All right, your third chakra is when your third chakra is balanced, you will equally feel in tune with both the physical world and the spiritual world. You will receive psychic information as frequently as you receive information from the five physical senses, but it will not overwhelm you. It is very unlikely your sixth chakra is overactive because most of us are very in tune with our physical reality and find it difficult to receive information outside of it. If you have an overactive third eye, though, you will spend most of your time engrossed in psychic activities like tarot readings, astrology, and paranormal experiences. And those activities will become overwhelming and distract from living a human experience. Let me kind of piggyback on that a little bit, and let me share with you my personal thoughts or theories about when you have an overactive third eye chakra. I do honestly believe that in theory, that people with a mental illness such as schizophrenia, where they see things or hear people talking to them and no one else can see those things, and then they're put on medication to stop those things from happening. I truly and honestly believe that their third eye chakra or their pineal gland is definitely like totally like calcified. I honestly and truly believe that, because where in your mind would you have such an overactive imagination, as it's called, to where you're able to see either ghosts all the time, you see people all the time, you're able to see demons, you see angels, you hear the voice of God, like, and it's all the time, to where they do not have a firm foundation just of regular day-to-day life. So that's just my opinion. You can take it, you can leave it. We could talk about it later, but that's just my opinion, and I wanted to share with you all how I feel about that. Also, in many third world countries, they do believe that people with what we call in the States as mental illness, they do believe that they are like forms of shamans or spiritual leaders, because they have the ability to speak with those beyond our dimension or our light spectrum. So it's just something to take into consideration. All right. So how to balance your sixth chakra. If you find yourself consumed with psychic information, take some time to remind yourself that you are a creature of the earth. All right. Go to the beach and feel the sand on your toes. Dig your feet in the dirt. Or you can go out and garden. So basically, you just need to reconnect with the earth to balance yourself. Okay. But most people have an underactive sixth chakra. We live in a world that often invalidates intuitive development. Because of this, we close off our third eye and ignore our own psychic experiences. So this is very, very true. I know that happened to me. My mom, more recently, within the last few years, would tell me about how when I was a child, how I knew things. I knew who was coming over, even if they were uninvited. I knew who was calling. I just knew. I felt spirit around me, but as I got older, it closed off because we started going to church. And I'm not saying that all churches are like this, but for me, from my experience, I started going to church, and they started making me believe that having those abilities was a sin, or it was wrong, or it was not of Jesus, whatever the case may be. So I cut those things off, and later on in my life, I started getting back into understanding my abilities, because there was too many things that were happening that I couldn't explain why I knew. Like, I would have dreams about people, and I would call them and say, hey, I had a dream about you. I would tell them about the dream, and they're like, oh my God, that just happened to me. I had a dream once, and I had a dream. I was dating a guy in college. I had this dream of him where he and his friends had got together and decided to rob a store. So I had the dream. I called him the next day. I was like, hey, I had a dream about you, that you and your friends were going to rob a store, and you ended up getting arrested, and you ended up doing like 15 years in jail. And he was like, wow, because my friends and I were planning on robbing a store, So he thankfully didn't do it, and it saved him from being in jail. So let's go on. Because okay. So when we close off our third eyes and ignore our own psychic experiences, doing so can cause us to feel disconnected from spiritual experiences. Physically, you may feel headaches or have problems with allergies and your sinuses. Okay. Before I move forward, I want you guys to look up or research decalcification of your pineal gland to get more information on what I'm talking about in regards to your third eye. You can find ways, if you're interested in building your intuitive abilities in regards to the spiritual realm, you do need to decalcify your pineal gland. look up that information. I'll try to look for some too that would be more geared for the beginners of this course or of this group, so that it all kind of makes more sense. But please look that up. Again, pineal is spelled Pineal. It's also pronounced pineal. It really just depends. But again, it's spelled Pineal. Energizing your third eye will take some practice. You will need to devote some time to quiet, solitary meditation, and at first get used to the feeling of focusing on signals outside of your physical body. What I like to do when I meditate is to close my eyes and literally stare at the darkness of my eyelids. As I've gotten stronger in my abilities, I've noticed that sometimes I might see colors, and those colors will change into something like a face, or I do astral project as well. So I will be flying like into the stars. I did that actually for the first time maybe a month or two ago. It scared me to death. But then I spoke to some people and they said, no, just go with it. And I did. And it took me on this wild and crazy journey, and I actually looked forward to it. So anywho, that's what I do. Close my eyes, look at the darkness of my eyelids, and focus on signals outside of my body. All right. Listen to your spirit and recognize how that feels. As you practice this, you'll find it easier and easier to connect with the energy from your third eye. Again, you can also ask your spirit guides for assistance with this. But that's up to you. Whatever you feel comfortable with, you just go with what you feel like you can handle. Okay, don't just jump out there and not know how to control yourself. Okay. The seventh chakra is the crown chakra, which is the Sahasrara. S-A-H-A-S-W-A-R-A. The seventh chakra is the crown, or Sahasrara, which translates to 1,000-petaled. This chakra is pure consciousness energy. The crown chakra is one of those energies that's hard to explain. You can think of it like magnetism. When you hold a piece of metal to a magnet, you can feel the energy and tension, but you can't see it. Consciousness energy is everywhere and in everything. It connects us to the entire universe. Our own personal consciousness is located in the seventh chakra, but it's really more like a seed of universal energy than something personal or individual. The crown chakra is a violet-white color, so in the middle of it, it's white, and then it as the color goes out, or excuse me, the color in the inside is violet, and as it goes out, it's white. The location of the crown chakra crown chakra center is at the top of the head. It radiates down to the bottom, between your eyes, and then extends infinitely upward and outward, connecting you to the energy of the rest of the universe. I actually like to think that your crown chakra is what is the beginning of your aura. And again, like I mentioned before, with this module, we're going to talk about the auras on another video, just because there was so much information in the for the chakras that I didn't want to overwhelm myself. Okay. So if I felt like I was going to overwhelm myself, then I also felt like I was going to overwhelm you all. And I don't feel comfortable with doing that. We have time here to really learn and do the work. So that's what I'm focused on. Okay. Achieving a balanced crown chakra is the goal for every spiritual warrior. And it's not easy to do. You can think of it like the Buddhist concept of achieving nirvana. Nirvana is also like enlightenment, where it's kind of like you're the wise of the wise of the wise, right? Once you achieve it, you're not really human anymore. You've conquered suffering and death. Of course, it is the journey of attempting to achieve this balance that brings us happiness, good health, and wisdom. Trying to balance your seventh chakra will align and balance your other chakras. There's actually a really awesome website that I found, and the name of it totally just went out of my head right now. But they talk about nirvana. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'm going to look through my Instagram, because that's where I found it and started following this page. And I will put a link for the website where they talk about these different Buddhist concepts, which is absolutely amazing. There's so much information on it. Like, I got overloaded with just my desire for all things of knowledge, but maybe you might be interested in wealth, so I'll share that down in the description area once we're done here. Okay, to achieve a balance of the journey of attempting to achieve balance that brings us happiness, good health, and wisdom. Trying to balance your seventh chakra will align and balance your other chakras. So basically what it's saying is that in order to balance your seventh chakra, you have to balance your other six first. Easy breezy? Okay. It is not possible to have an overactive crown chakra. Because it is the seat of universal energy, it is innately infinite. In other words, you can exist in the material world and be overcome with consciousness energy. How to balance your seventh chakra? Since no one has an overactive chakra, there's no need to consider how to calm the energy down. An underactive seventh chakra basically just means that you're human. It feels exactly like being human. Some people may be closer to achieving it, while others may be far away. In any case, practicing spiritual development and balancing your other chakras will bring you closer to experiencing the consciousness energy in your crown chakra. To energize your seventh chakra, instead of attempting to open up and activate your crown chakra, focus on balancing your six other chakras. Meditate and connect with spirit, and balance those activities with living and enjoying your human experience. Okay, so whatever, when they say connect with spirit, for me, connecting with spirit is connecting with the spirit of the universe, the spirit or the creator, the omnipresent one, God, okay? Not necessarily of any specific religion, but just God, okay? So whoever the spirit is for you, that's who you need to connect with. If your God is Allah, then connect with Allah. If your God is the Father of Jesus Christ, then connect with the Father of Jesus Christ. If your God is any of the Hindu deities, then you connect with that. If your God is any of the ancient Egyptians deities, then you connect with that. So whoever your deity is, that's who you need to connect with in order to balance your the activities of your daily living and your human experience. Okay. Just an FYI, just so that you guys can kind of know who I am a little bit more. I am an omnist. That basically means that I respect and appreciate all of the teachings of all religions. I don't think that there's one that's greater than the other. I believe that every human being needs something or someone to believe in, even if that's just themselves. So if they believe in the God within them, then that's great. If they believe that there's a God on the outside controlling everything, then that's great too. More power to you. All I want from people is just to not do anything that's going to hurt others. I know that that is not necessarily possible, but that is always just something that I live in. So I try my best to not hurt other people and to live according to my own moral compass. Okay, so again, I am an omnist. Look that up. Omnist is spelled OMNIST. All right. Sidebar, I did, yeah, like I said before, I grew up in a Christian, with a Christian background. So I do believe that with everything there needs to be some type of foundation, but I just don't worship that way anymore. Okay, moving forward, chakras and how to control them. This is going to be our grounding section. This is going to be the last section that we talk about today. I will post this information in our file section of the group. So what I'm going to be sharing with you right now is how to ground for the first time. And then in the group, I will also put this information, and then I'll put the information for daily grounding practice. Okay, so if you want, you can write these things down, or you can wait until I post it on our in our file section. So the first one of how to ground for the first time. Number 1, find a place to be alone in nature. Come with the intention of learning how to ground. Number 2, as you're walking around in nature, notice where your thoughts go. This is where your energy is. Excuse me. Number 3, call your energy back and pull it into the center of your head. 4, allow the energy to fall down your body into the root chakra, into the base of your spine. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking this would be a really, really great guided meditation that you could do while you're sitting outside in the park or somewhere in your backyard. I think I might do that for you all. I actually have another one that I plan on doing as well, so I'll let you all know when I post that. Number 5, do a body scan. Start at the top of your head and ask yourself, what does it feel like behind my eyebrows, inside my chin? Go through your whole body, taking notes of aches and pains. Don't worry about fixing it. Your goal is just to pull your body fully inside your body. Number 6, intuitively decide where you will sit to learn how to ground. Look for a place that calls out to you and gives you a feeling of expansion and lightness, rather than a feeling of contraction and aversion. 7, once you have found your spot, sit down and settle in. Touch the ground and notice how it feels to connect your bottom to this spot. 8, if at any point you notice your energy wandering, call it back into your head and allow it to sink to your root chakra. Again, your root chakra is at your tailbone. The color of it is red. That is what you use for grounding yourself to the earth. Number 9, with the energy in your root chakra, imagine that you are a tree shooting out roots all around you. Send your roots down through every layer of the earth until you connect with the core of the earth. Consolidate your roots into an energy cord connecting to your root chakra to the center of the earth. We're at 12 right now. On an in-breath, so in-breath, you're inhaling. Pull your energy from the center of the earth to your crown chakra into the top of your head. As you breathe out, release any stale energy that you don't need or that doesn't belong to you. Repeat this throughout your physical and energetic body until your whole body is filled with clear energy from the center of the earth. Stay where you are and breathe in. Stay where you are and breathe in energy from the center of the earth for 5 to 10 minutes. As you make your way home, try to take in the grounded state. Notice what it feels like. If you notice your energy wandering, gently call it back. Okay? All right, and that's where we are going to end today. Again, the second part for this module 2, which is empath energy controls. We'll be talking about the auras. We'll be doing an aura overview. Where's my notes? We'll be doing an aura overview, and then we'll be talking about how to strengthen your aura. I didn't see anyone post any questions. I do thank all of you for being here today. It really was, I think, a great class. But if you missed the live streaming of this and you have questions, please leave your questions down in the comment section. Again, this Thursday, we will be having our book club where we are reading Self-Care for the Self-Aware. There's an announcement of this book club in the announcement section of our page. Feel free to check out that announcement. If you want to join us for the book club, you can go ahead and purchase the book. I also offered a link for that. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great day. I send all of you love and just abundance of energy and wealth. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.